Hey guys, so in today's video, I completely forgot to film a intro. So I'm going to be showing you guys this holiday gunmetal-y green smoky eye. And if you guys like the this way better of like introing my videos, let me know in the comments below and maybe I'll do it like this more often. But if you want to see how to recreate this, keep on watching. So I'm going in with the Makeup Forever Step 1 Smoothing Primer, and I'm just using this on my fingers. This is the best way I like to use it. It just uses the heat from your hands just to smooth into your pores and fill in your pores as best as possible. And then I also like to take a damp beauty blender and just kind of bounce and roll it into my skin. And I'm using a new product that I've never used before. This is the Smashbox Primer Water, so I used that all over my face. Then to make my perfect shade and foundation mix, I'm using the Loriell Infallible Pro Matte Foundation and the MAC Studio Fluid Foundation. And I'm using this on a damp beauty blender just to apply all over my face. And I really like this foundation mix. It's nice and super high coverage. And the L'Oreal foundation is a little bit more of a pinkier tone, while the MAC one is a little yellow toned. So using them together worked out perfectly. And I broke my mirror because I dropped it in the middle of filming, and I fixed it. But now I'm going in with the Clinique All About Eyes concealer, and I'm just using this on a little concealer brush underneath my eyes. This was really yellow toned, so later you'll see I went in with a different concealer, but I'm just going to be applying this and then blending it out with a damp beauty blender. And I'm also applying this on any other highlighting areas because although it's quite yellow tone, it is super brightening, so I like to use this to highlight. And for my second concealer, I'm using the NYX Gotcha Covered Concealer, and I'm using this on any spots and also just kind of right underneath my eyes because I wanted to brighten up a little bit more and add more coverage. Now, because I wanted a super full glam, I went in with the Sephora Stick Concealer, and it's in the darkest shade, and I'm using this to contour my face. And I never cream contour, so this was a little bit of an experiment, but I just contoured in the regular places that I would contour, and I just used the stick and then blended it out with a damp beauty blender. Like I said, I don't usually cream contour. I haven't done this in quite a while. So now that I've done it, I would suggest you contour first and then go back in with your highlighting concealer to clean up the contour, because if you use too much contouring stick, then you blend it out, it kind of can make your face look muddy or too dark. So then I went back in with the NYX Gotcha Covered Concealer to re-highlight and redefine the highlighting areas, which I know got super cakey, but it didn't look cakey and it was super full coverage, so kind of added to the glam aspect. But then I'm going in with the NYC Loose Translucent Powder to bake around my face. Now for my eyebrows, I've been really into this Bennye brow pencil in the color taupe, and I just used this to just fill in my eyebrows. And my eyebrows have been quite the experiment as well lately. They're constantly changing shapes because I have really like no eyebrows, so they're constantly changing shapes, which I kind of like because I can make them whatever shape I want, but I just try my best to get them even, which is like nearly impossible most of the time. So yeah, it takes me forever to do my eyebrows on the regular basis, but I used that brow pencil, and then I just went back in with my regular concealer and kind of, you know, boxed them around, concealed them, cleaned them up. That's what the word I was looking for. Then I'm going in with this Loriell brow like box, the styling box thing, and it's a duo, and I love it. I just use the powder to powder my eyebrows, or like set my eyebrows. Then I'm going in with the Luxie Winks Diamond Powder in the color Light, just to knock off the baking underneath my eyes, and this super highlights my eyes, and it's so pretty. And then I'm going in with my Maybelline Fit Me powder to go around the rest of my face and lightly set the rest of my face. Although I do use a little bit of the NYC powder to just kind of generally set my T-zone, I like to go back in with this powder to set everything else. Then I'm going in with the Sephora Contouring 101 face palette, which I never use anymore. And I'm just using this to contour everything that I did with the cream contouring, which I just prefer powders. It's honestly so much easier, but I did kind of like the bronziness the cream contouring did give, but I just went back over with my face contouring kit from Sephora, which is a super inexpensive, and I realized that was really dark, and that was a lot of product because I'm not used to using this contouring palette because I usually use like Benefit Hoola bronzer, but I just kind of fixed it up with my powder brush, and we're all good now. And then I just go in with a giant powder puff and my NYC loose translucent powder to clean up right underneath the contour. I love doing this even just on a daily basis. It just makes your face like takes away any muddiness or anything. It just makes it look so like perfectly defined and contoured. And I also like to bake right on the sides of my nose. I've noticed if you have trouble with snatching your nose, if you just do a little bit of loose powder on the sides of your nose like this, your nose looks so snatched and it's so easy to do. I also like it to bring a little bit of bronzer down my neck just to match out the skin tones. But then I'm going in with this Clinique chubby stick. I'm not exactly sure what the color name is, but I'll have it down in the description. And I just like to warm it up and deposit color on the back of my hand, and then I go back in with a stippling brush to blend it out and apply it to my face. It's just the easiest way. Then I went in with this Clinique blush in the color Totally Tawny on the same brush, and I just stipple this on top of the cream blush, and these two colors together are so beautiful. And I also just like putting a powder on top of the cream just to lightly set it. Then I go in with Loriell Gilded Honey Highlighter, and I love this stuff. I've been using this lately, and it's a pretty recent product that I got, and I just go hardcore on that glow game, and oh my, you can see this glow from a mile away. It's so amazing. So I just like to do that and then put a little bit on the tip of the nose and right on the center of my bridge. Then I just go in on my cupid's bow as well, taking a powder brush and knocking off the baking underneath my contour, and you're left with this like beautiful sharp contour. And then I just like to add a little bit more bronzer just because why not. And that's the face. It is so gorgeous, and blending out with your powder brush just makes life easier. Then to go in with a product that I don't use very often because I don't know, I just so used to using the Urban Decay primer. I went in with the e.l.f. primer and applied that, and then I went back in with the Winky Luxe Diamond powder to set it. Then I'm going in with the shadow Tease from Urban Decay and using that as a transition shade. Then I'm going in with this one from MAC called Blackberry, and I love this shadow. It is so pretty. It's like a nice purpley color, and I'm just using that in the crease. Then I like to go back and forth between defining brushes and fluffy brushes to really blend it out and build that color up as much as I want. Then this Maybelline color tattoo in the color Audacious Asphalt is so pretty. It's like a bluish, it's like a really blue-gray metallic, and I just like to apply that and then blend it out with like a denser brush just to make it look not super like drawn on, but I mean obviously it still will. So then I'm going in with the color Pistol from the Naked 1 palette, and I'm just using this to set that color and then start blending the color upwards. And you can see I'm switching between brushes, which I'm applying the brushes, and then I'm going to be using a fluffy brush to blend the color upwards, and it's just a back and forth of the same repetitive things. And then I'm just going in with a transition color, which was Tease from the Urban Decay Naked 2 palette. And then just to kind of clean up the brow bone and highlight the general brow bone area, I like to use MAC Vanilla. It is such a pretty color and has a little bit of a shimmer to it. Then to add a little bit of a green tone on top of it, I've used Urban Decay Mildew. It was just a little eyeshadow sample. Then I like to use, this is Urban Decay Gunmetal from the Naked Original palette, and I just put that right along the lash line with a teeny tiny little brush to kind of make the lash line a lot darker. Then I just went in with the color Creep from the same palette just to once again darken up right against the lash line because the previous color wasn't dark enough for me. And then I just used the kind of denser brush to blend it out. Then I just wanted to go straight in with black, so I took Urban Decay Blackout and used that right across the lash line. Then just, adding a little more of multiple of those colors, those kind of gunmetal colors. I'm going in with gunmetal and putting that along my lower lash line, and this is just going to begin like smoking out the lower lashes because I want it to look super smoky. Then I'm going in with this Estee Lauder eye kohl pencil in the color Deepened Cocoa. It's just a super dark brown because I want to do something a little bit different than black. And then I did take a black eyeliner to my waterline, and then I just took the Too Faced Better Than mascara on my upper and lower lashes, which you could definitely stop here if you just want mascara. It looks super pretty because you kind of have the black eyelashes on top of this like gunmetal smoky eye. But if you do want to add lashes, I love the Eyelure Vegas Nay lashes in Grand Glamour, and I just apply those on, and then I use an eyelash curler to curl my lashes together. Then I go in with this color. This is called Verb from the Naked 2 palette, and I just put that right on the inner corner. It's like a super bright silver. And then I went in with Booty Call on the brow bone as well. Then I took this MAC lip liner. I believe it's called like Bure or something. I honestly have no idea how to say this. It's like French name, so I'll have it in the description, but it's a really pretty nude. It's a pretty dark pinkish nude, and I'm just using this to outline my lips and fill in the outer edges. Then I went in with this NYX High Voltage lipstick in the color 10. It is such a pretty like cool tone taupey color, and I just fill in my entire lips with this. And then to create more of an ombre, because I've really been loving ombre lips, I went in with the MAC lip liner in the color Plum, just right on the outer edges, and I completely outlined my lips with this, and that's it. So if you guys enjoyed, if you did like this video with a thumbs up, comment down below what you guys think, as well as subscribe to become a beauty and be a part of a beautiful world. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next video. Bye!